WasteQuip's Galbraith brand loaded container handler, or LCH, provides safe transport of loaded containers at highway speeds. Dual rails that allow the container to sit level on the chassis and a center of gravity in front of the rear axles enables safe transport of loaded containers.
Should the government throw the waste management Oakleaf deal into the dumpster? A nonprofit group thinks so. Roll up to the curb for more. Hello, I'm Waste and Recycling News Web Coordinator Maria Kirch. Waste Management's $425 million purchase of Oakleaf Global Holdings is under attack by the Center for a Competitive Waste Industry. Peter Anderson is the center's executive director.
Well, from what we know now, this appears to be a bald-faced attempt to eliminate competition in a market that has been highly competitive because of these independent brokers. And it basically is an assault on the antitrust laws, and we hope the Justice Department will see it that way and intervene.
Waste Management disagrees, of course. Here's company spokeswoman Lynn Brown.
It doesn't change the competitive landscape because we're not acquiring trucks, we're not acquiring transfer stations, and we're not acquiring landfills.
Brown added that since no capital is needed to start a vendor network or brokering business, healthy competition can remain. It's not the first time the Center for a Competitive Waste Industry has tried to stop a merger. The group, Anderson is the sole full-time employee, tried to block the merger of Allied Waste and Republic 3 years ago. You might have heard news reports earlier this summer of a new weed killer that's doing its job too well. DuPont's Imprellis, used to kill dandelions and clover, may be responsible for the deaths of up to 250,000 evergreen trees. The EPA banned the product earlier this month. So what will happen if those dead trees end up in the compost stream? No one knows for sure, and it might take months to find out. For now, the U.S. Composting Council is asking members to monitor their compost and report any impacts they discover. For the rest of us, we'll be careful what we spread on our tomato plants. More than 30 volunteers went looking for a big catch in the waters around Black Point Marina in Florida, and they caught just what they were looking for: junk fishing gear. The Fishing for Energy program, a public-private partnership to get rid of old gear from lakes and marinas, expanded to the state recently. More than a ton of old traps and nets were pulled from the harbor in one day. Across the country, more than 1 million pounds of old fishing gear has been removed from 25 ports. Mallory Watson, a graduate student at the University of Miami, discussed finding the gear.
Since so much of it's submerged, we can't see it from the surface. We do have a really large database which tells us where debris has been located for the last 9 years. And in using that, we can target hotspots, basically, of debris, and we can focus our efforts and make a more effective removal based on where we're seeing most of the debris.
That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Stop by later this week for daily video updates from WasteCon in Nashville.